Ooni's sisters have come out to give vigorous reasons to why the Ooni should, by all means, divorce Olori Mariam. And one thing that is so interesting about this particular gist is that these women, sometime last year, they were vehemently supporting Miriam. They made sure they supported Miriam to the core. They did every single thing to support Miriam, that Miriam remains in the palace, she remains on top. They were even the ones who made Olori Ronke seem so inferior in the palace, despite she is the first wife. They were the ones who made her seem so inferior, despite being the first wife. So the concern now is why the change of mind all of a sudden from last year come today. It is indeed enough time for someone to change. It is enough time to say that yes, someone have seen the light and the person wish to do things differently. But isn't it too much of a sudden? Isn't it like the transition from every single thing? Because from last year, these women recorded collecting money from Miriam and Ronke just to be on their side. How much they went against their brother and every single thing they did, it was all on the news, flying up and down. And we could remember at some point, even their brother became scared of them. He could not even have a matured discussion with them. Yes, he could not have a discussion with them. And at some point, it will be like, "Ah, are these people still my sisters? Are these people still my sisters?" The only himself would get to ask himself that question. So, my people, right now, these same persons that their Miriam were bribing, Miriam were giving money, their Miriam were trying to control them, the same thing they did to the elders. Anytime they go in for a meeting and one person says this, it's neither two persons are on Miriam's side, two persons are on Ronke's side, these persons are there. It became a thing of confusion. But today, these very persons that their Miriam used money to control some time back are still the same persons who have come against them. Should we really, really call it against them? Because as we speak, these women have told their brother nothing but the truth. So now you can remember when they came out to make a confession, they said that their brother should pardon them for choosing frivolities over the truth. Yes, because they chose frivolities over the truth. So they could not really, really give what was meant to be given the attention it deserved. Like seeing the bad side of Miriam, seeing all that Miriam has been doing that is wrong, and every other thing. What they were more concerned about is the fact that none of these things matters. The money they were getting was the only concern. My people, oh, as the whole matter is on ground right now, it has indeed become evident that we cannot just draw conclusions, and we would all have to look at these matters in a more critical way. So, what critical way are they looking at now? These women have come out to tell their brother that Miriam is one person who would not stop at any single thing. That is no news. We all know at this point uh, we all know at this point that Miriam is one person who would not stop no matter what happens. Yes, she would not stop. So now, why are they coming to tell their brother what their brother already know? This is it. They have told their brother that no matter what they have heard about Miriam, no matter what they have seen, no matter what they have perceived, it's just the tip of the iceberg. He has not really seen what Miriam is capable of. And if he makes an attempt to consider Miriam's overshow of attitude now, and then he gives her the room to go ahead and stay in the palace, he have lost it automatically. Miriam will come after him in full force, and he will even regret ever getting married to Miriam. Now, there is one thing about the Oni that is beginning to be so, so unique. The Oni doesn't deal with hearsay. He love verifying every single information from a valid source before he acts on it. And from a valid source, what are we referring to? These women have dealt with Miriam before. They have collected bribe from Miriam before. And remember that when it became so bad, they could not even hide it from their brother, that they were collecting bribe from Miriam. They told him pump and clear that this is what is happening. So my people, at this point, we are looking at the possibilities of Miriam. What Miriam is doing now, it is a show off. Remember that she came out to drag Tobi to the market square, and at the same time, she said how she expected them to live in unity, how she wanted them to live as a family, how she wanted them to be better people, but things did not play out the way they were meant to play out. And now every single thing has become a thing that she cannot just lay her hands on or understand what it is. So right now, no, this is only sisters, the persons whom Miriam has worked with over time. Miriam literally used money to turn these women against their brother. And the question everybody was asking is, your brother can give you more than what Miriam is giving you. So how precious is Miriam's money that you people are, turning your back on your brother like this? But categorically speaking, you cannot just draw conclusions except one tells you exactly what the person perceives or the person sees out of something before embracing it. So it was indeed not a thing that we could all draw conclusions on. We don't even know how much Miriam was giving that got them glued like that. Yes, because they, all of them, my people, they went after the money and they forgot what loyalty is. Yeah, so my people, that is the condition on ground right now. These same persons have come out to tell their brother, see, no think am. You see, Miriam, don't even think about it. Not even a thought of keeping her should cross your mind. And the whole question is, what would the Oni do? The Oni has actually issued a divorce to each of these women, but each one of them is bringing in a fresh tactic. Is bringing in something. Is bringing in something very, very unique and something quite special to make sure that um, it becomes a thing of consideration for them. And as it is right now, no, you cannot just draw conclusions because these women, each one of them is doing what they feel they should do. And no matter what happens, we will see the end of this matter.